Hello everybody, welcome back to Contest of Speed. We're here for the EU1 race today, and we're racing at the lovely Shanghai International Circuit located in China. I'll get the track map on screen for you briefly. So it's 16 turns, 2 lovely DRS zones, and you got that nice long straight after turn 13 all the way down to 14. So I expect to see some overtaking on the brakes. Obviously that is the map. We're at the track, so we'll move into qualifying. I'm the Piney Penguin, and in the comms booth with me is Charlie. How are we doing this evening, mate?
Doing brilliant now that I'm back here in the booth. It's not too bad. But obviously, China, it is a technical track when it comes to the way you take your lines, your tyres that you use, and overtaking points. Especially when it comes to down in the long 1 kilometre long back straight. You don't want to get a bad run out of that somewhat snail looking corner onto that final back straight for the DRS halfway down. And also you've got that twisty turny middle sector where there's not really much of an overtaking opportunity, and then a whole of sector 1 through the snail of turn 1, 2, 3 and 4 to then to the hairpin of turn 5 is where you'll see most of your overtaking. Pardon?
You mean 6? It's 6, not
yes,
6, not
turn
5.
6. Turn 6, yes. My bad.
Yeah.
But no. And also, the one thing drivers will be looking out for today is the curbs. They will throw you.
Yep.
If you run the curbs too much, and I found that out the hard way last night 4 different times.
Yep. Obviously, Charlie had a bit of a torrid time in EU2 yesterday. Obviously, that is unfortunate because man has been trying to fight for the championship, but obviously in these last couple of races, there's been a little bit forgetful. But yeah, the one you've got to really watch out for is the turn 7, the long left-hander as Jones is just going around it. So if you get on that inside curb just a little bit too much, the car will just start getting on the grass and then it'll just throw you back out into the road. I've had that happen to me when I've done practice here, but luckily for me it did not happen in the race.
And to me last night.
I completely avoided that curb. So it looks like both the Williams boys are going to be the first ones to do laps here. Obviously Jones is going to be the first one to do it. So this lovely track, and obviously now we're going to the longest, probably the longest straight we have on the calendar this of the whole entire season. I think that China has a longer straight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think another track has a straight as long as this.
Mexico. No,
Oh,
it's
sorry,
Mexico,
sorry, never mind. Sorry, it's second to Mexico and maybe third to Kota, which will be going down, which is our final. We'll be going to Kota later in the season.
Yeah, it's the last race.
But anyway, on board here with PW Jones, the man in the Williams, currently just behind Craggy in the points. Obviously, Craggy's not here at the minute, but he will probably join later in the session, I hope. So right on board with Jones as he's coming around turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, for some reason the first snail curve is just like 4 turns when it's only technically 2. Anyway, past turn 5, now onto the brakes for turns of the hairpin of turn 6, and back onto the power for the flat out turn 7, and pretty much flat out turn 8 before it's back onto the brakes. Obviously, you want to get close to that curve, but not too close. And again, same with turn 8, and now it's onto the brakes for turn 9 and 10, the double left-handers, and then a small bit of straight here up to turn 11, which is a very tight corner, and then instantly turning the other way for turn 12 as he's going just over the DRS detection point, which is just before this big curve of turn 13, and now onto the big long straight of this track. As we can see, a Mercedes ahead just weaving around. I'd assume it's Hasmina because Matty Rob was still in the pits. So obviously now coming up to the heavy braking zone here of turn 14. And then there's a hard right. And then past 15. And then little bit of the brake of turn 16. Don't want to go too wide here, obviously validate your lap. It is the corner that does it the most. And Jones with a 1:31.486 to start us off. And his teammate is 3.5 tenths back, and Griffin's half a tenth behind that, as I believe that is Malvin starting a lap now. I do believe. No, I don't know if Skinner invalidated his lap. Oh, Tycler up to the line, 33.2. Bit slow, so we'll have to see if the man can make a big improvement. I'm just trying to think. What was the? Do you remember what the pole time yesterday was, Charlie?
I think it was a 31.5.
31.5 pole
No,
lap.
couldn't have.
That's what,
No,
no, can't have been.
30.5. 30.5.
35.
Hello, Lanky.
Yeah, good evening, Lanky.
30.5.
Obviously, here we are riding on board here. I do believe the. Oh, Cornish Cook up to the line has gone fastest, 31.3. Obviously, we're riding on board here with the V carb of Malvin. I do believe he's still EU2 Championship leader currently, reserving
Yes, he will
again.
be.
Reserving again for EU1. He had a very good race last week in EU1. Hopefully, he's trying to repeat that performance. Obviously, he's getting a very nice tow here from Skinner in front. I do believe that is. As we've got yellow flags for someone going slow. So both Malvin and Skinner will come across the line pretty much at the same time. But Malvin getting a big tow here, so I expect him to probably be in the 30s as they're both coming out the last corner. Skinner up to the line. He goes up. Well, he's validated his time, but
Hello,
Malvin just about carrying on where he finished from yesterday, pretty much doing a 31.0. So, and Hasmania did a lap, but not good enough. So I wonder if Skinner invalidated his lap as Malvin is cutting some grass. As who just crossed the line? AJ just crossed the line, going up to P2. So
Next one is Brooksy.
Yes, the commentating legend, the man, the myth, the legend himself, coming out the last corner. Oh, very close invalidation. Corey Brooks
Somehow
up
not
to
invalidated.
line. Splits the two Williams for the time being, 31.751. Good.
She's
Good
washed.
that. You can't be saying about that. You can't be saying that about our the commentating legend that is Corey Brooks. Cannot be saying
True, he
that.
did commentate both of us.
Yep, he did. But when both of us were in EU4 a couple seasons ago, Corey Brooks and Tom Carter were our commentators, and they give us some iconic lines, especially the one where Brooksy was like, "There's a hat in the grass." When I do believe that would be my teammate at the time. With I would say my teammate at the time was Grellis when he was in the grass, and he was probably fighting for championship. Oh, hello, and we do have a sub from Drips and Mindset. Thank you for the sub. Welcome back to the Cos family for 11 months. Very nice. Anyway, where's Pablo to jinx Matty?
He's about to finish. No, we do not want that.
Anyway, Matty Rubber.
Matty,
Wow!
P5!
P5 for the time being for Matty. That's a good, respectable lap. So maybe Matty's got some pace today.
Best I've seen him all season. Best I've seen of him all season.
Yeah, I was going to say, Charlie, go find Pablo. We need Pablo to jinx the Mercedes again.
No.
Yep.
I'm not letting that man jinx me and Matty for the whole season.
Yep. If you haven't realized, Pablo plays is there's a man who shows up in the chat, and when he does, he has a fashion of jinxing every Mercedes driver because he also drives for Mercedes. So he jinxed them every single time.
I wouldn't say every Mercedes driver. There's two drivers he does it to the most.
Oh, sorry, yeah, no, he jinxed Charlie and Matty the most. But this is pretty much almost every race. But we still love Pablo, though. Even though he's a jinx. Sometimes. Oh, wow, Charlie. Anyway.
The man has cost me too many wins.
Okay. Yeah, so Charlie kind of hates Pablo right now. We get it. Anyway, on board here with Matty Roberts' teammate Hasmania as he's coming up to the last corner. Obviously, he's done a benchmark of a 44.2. Man needs to improve a lot. We've got about 9 minutes left of this session, so they should be able to get back in and get back out for another run after this. Anyway, Hasmania up to line. It's an massive improvement, obviously, but it's only good enough for P10 right now. So, Hasmania may be struggling just a little bit. And this is where I'd be like, my fastest time in EU3 was a 31.6, I think. No, 31.70, 0.70 something. My fastest time would be good enough with P6 right now from EU3. Just gonna point that out. So hopefully these lads can go faster.
Mine would have put me on pole of EU1 so far.
Yeah.
My
So
fastest.
yeah, what your fastest was a 31.0.
Nah, 30.5.
Ah, yes. Oh,
I mean, I could always go back through the stream quickly on my phone and check what the pole app was. Oh, Matty, that's a huge spin. Asmania.
yeah. Asmania just losing the rear end. So we got Costanamo, Lanky, and Hoffendobach all on laps. We'll ride on board here with Hoffendobach because obviously they're pretty much coming up to the middle sector, and it's purple in the middle sector, and that's a long purple. Yeah, so I've noticed Destructor showing up saying when the McLarens. We have no idea. Charlie, go find Craggy. Craggy should be in
I am trying.
like ping the man on Discord.
I have.
Craggy needs to be here because obviously he is fighting with Jones for the title. Obviously,
Right, that is championship leader.
Yep, and he's championship leader. We want to see if Craggy can fight with Jones for the title, and obviously will Craggy make it 2 from 2? Because obviously he was EU2 championship winner last season in season 14. As Hoffendobach up to 3rd. This man is a man on a mission. And now we go on board of Lanky, as Lanky's up to 10th, and now we go on board of Costana Ammo. As it looks like Rosa Sky's improved. It looks like also Rosa Sky seems to have fixed their internet issues as Don Ammo goes up to 6th. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, so obviously Rosa Sky last couple of weeks have been having issues. And just looking at the Twitch chat, Destructor saying Charlie try harder. Frick. Malvin provisional poll right now. And then man like, have we got a Grealish situation or something? I don't know. I have no clue. Obviously, everyone's pretty much at a lap apart from Skinner. Oh, there we are. He's in the last corner now. He's invalidated this corner every single time so far. Oh, but not this time.
Kept on.
Kept it on this time. Skinner up to line. SP5. So,
One thing I want to talk about is that Matty Robbo is still P8.
yeah, well, he's about to
Will
start.
he get a top 10 qualifying
Well, he's
when there's more than 10 people?
He's about to start his lap. So, obviously, as well, when Craggy eventually joins, obviously he's got just under 6 minutes, pretty much 5 minutes to get in. Otherwise, he will not take part in the race.
Do you want the EU2 poll app?
Pretty sure it was a
It's
30.7.
30.9. No, it was a 30.9. I would have, if I didn't invalidate my lap, I would have hit the 30.7.
Okay, so there we go.
So no one has yet to beat the pole lap, and incidentally, it was Melvin on pole last night as well.
Oh yeah, and they got
So
Matty was sweating.
Matty's
TT
sweating
after EU2.
TTF.
I wouldn't be surprised. Right now, the man is in P8. He was down in his first sector. We'll have to see what he is in the second sector. Almost a 10th up. Almost a 10th up. And I'm just waiting for Pablo to show up to jinx him.
No, I've already told him no.
Oh, you've already told Pablo. You've already told Pablo no.
I've already issued a hands-off warning.
Pablo's still gonna show up though. It's Pablo. He can't help himself. Anyway, got a few other people as well on fast laps here, but obviously we're keeping on board here with the fan favourite as Matty Robbo. Let's see what the man in the Merc can do as he's coming up to the line. Looks like Brooksy bailed out of his lap. And it's a massive improvement and 3.5 tenths, and he's gone up to P5. Could we see today?
Yes, Matty.
Can we see Matty challenging for a possible podium today? Question mark. Because man's certainly on the board tonight with this pace.
I think a win.
Oh, as AJ has just gone. AJ is the first. Yep, and that's AJ into the 30s with a 30.954, which I do believe is faster than EU2 yesterday.
I think that's very similar. They're very, very close.
I think Malvin did a 0.994. I think
Melvin 992.
992. Okay, I was close enough. Alright,
Very close. Very well done, Mr. Piney Penguin.
thank you.
So far, the next person that will be coming through a lap as shown on your screen will be Hasmania, who isn't using a lot of his deployment, but he's saving it for that back straight.
Yeah, this is probably the
So
place where you want to use that deployment. Is all on this back straight here. Obviously, he's coming into now the heavy braking zone of turn 14. Then a quick turn 15 here as we come up to the final corner. And
this will be his last lap.
yep, Cornish just left the session. Get him in. Oh, and he's invalidated as well. And it was he improved as well, but it would not have been good enough to improve his position. That's unfortunate.
The other AJ and Matty is going to be able to get in and out just in time for another lap.
Will AJ
AJ
just about? I think
wouldn't.
so.
No, I don't think AJ would.
It
Basically, you
depends
need to
how...
be in the box at the latest on the 2-minute mark, because you can pull yourself in and out whilst you're halfway through the cutscene.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to keep on board because AJ will have to put a brand new set of tyres on. Obviously, Matty's car has just been wheeled
One thing
back
I want
in.
to see. One thing I want to see is what kind of setups are people running? Are they going higher
Yeah, that's
on
what
the
I wanna
wings,
know.
or like how I did, or are they going to go lower on the wings, like how I think Melvin's running really low wings.
Wouldn't surprise me. Obviously, round model here with short ammo. As they are pretty much they're on a lap here, looking to improve. They're currently P8. Want to try and get up the order. And looks like Matty, Cornish, and AJ are staying in the pit, so they will not be going back out again. But I also do believe Cornish left the session, so you might want to get an invite out to Cornish.
I have sent the man an invitation.
Oh, Donamo, 10th and a half up on the middle sector. That could seem ahead of Jones, but obviously Jones is on an outlap and it's probably about to start one. But yeah, what I've noticed as well from looking at the track map, if it's a long purple, it's the fastest sector of anybody. But if it's only a quick purple, it's a personal best, which is noticed. Oh, and this Ferrari's going to get in the way a little bit of Don Ama's lap. Oh, which Ferrari is it? Is it Lanky or Tykler? Because whoever it is actually getting in the way a bit of Don Ama here, but obviously Don Ama's going to get a hell of a lot of slipstream here as he comes up to the line. It's a 2.5 turn for Bruin up to P6, just behind Matty Robbo. Obviously, Matty Robbo will not be allowed to go out again. Where is Malvin? He's not at the front of the train. AJ has gone out back on track. Sir, that is a mistake.
This is AJ. AJ has just wasted a set of tyres. But Hacko down at the bottom of the field.
Yeah, Hacko in an abysmal P11 right now. But obviously,
don't get me. We have seen him produce wonderful drives this season. Japan especially.
anyway,
That was an incredible drive.
Checkered flag has fallen.
Oh, VCOM just spanned. I think it was Brooksy. Brooksy's in the wall. He doesn't get another lap.
Oh dear, that is shame for Corey Brooks.
That was unfortunate for Brooksy. It is a shame that he is washed at the game. Cornish Kirk is back in. Melvin 30.6. What a lap from the reserve of EU2.
Jones has gone up to 4th. And then obviously AJ got shown the checker flag. Who's next cross line? Hacko up to the line. Where's it going to be? It's up to P6 for Hacko. Next is one of the two Ferraris. It's Tykler. Man improves, but not in his position. Next would be a lanky one, because that's cost time. We're going into pits. Lanky one improves his position, goes ahead of his teammate. Hoffenderbeck up to the line, improves up to 3rd, and that is it. Because Griffin's the last person on the track and is going slow. So that is your qualifying done then. So pretty decent qualifying now. So, and obviously as
Mm.
well, we have no Craggy, so I don't know where the man is. Obviously, he would need to realistically join now if he wants to join. But if he doesn't, he is, as you say, stuffed, and
MIA.
obviously he will lose a lot of points to Jones, depending where Jones finishes. Obviously, Jones will start
Then
P5,
again,
just
the
ahead of Hako.
corkscrew of being in this, Jones is what, about 6 tenths behind Malvin, who is who is the EU2 championship leader.
Yep, right now Malvin
So
just showing off here, getting pole here in EU1.
I think he's trying to resurrect his unfortunate of EU2 last night.
And I just realised I've done it again. There was no game audio. God's sake. Completely forgot about the
I
audio.
told you. I told you
At least I
before the
remembered
race,
before.
Tiny.
At least I remembered eventually. But anyway, full classification here then. Malvin on pole from EU2, then AJ on the front row with him, then Hoffendorbach, Cornish Cook, Jones, Hacko, Rosa Sky, Matty Robbo, Don Ammo, and Skinner. And then just outside the top 10, we've got Griffin, Corey Brooks, Lanky, Tykler, and at Stein at the very back is Hasmania. So that man has a lot of work to do in that Mercedes. Corey Brooks. Corey Brooks in chat saying, Charlie says me washed. That's why I race in EU1. And he just commentates it. Damn. He's calling you washed now, basically. Damn. I was wondering when Corey Brooks was going to show up in the chat and take a stab back at you, Charlie.
Oh, it's fine. At least I can accept the fact that I'm washed, my friend.
Damn. Anyway, now we're just waiting here now for the players to finalize their setups, their race strategies, and hopefully their fuel. And obviously now, Malvin from EU2 is on pole. I think if Man wins today, I think there's going to be some questions that he needs to be bumped up to EU1. But I think with like
too late for him to get bumped up.
Yeah, it is a little bit, because we are like we've got 3 races left after this one. Obviously, next week, I do believe we are going to Singapore, which will be a nice, lovely street circuit, and I'm expecting a lot of cars from the EU side and the
safety
AM
cars
side.
and wings everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm expecting wings and tyres.
Obviously, as well, for China, in EU3, no safety car. EU2, no safety car. Will it be the same for EU1? Let's find out, because the race...
It's kind of hard to get a safety car in a track that's wide.
That is true, but you never know.
I mean, the only real places, get turn 1, if you clip someone on the inside of turn 1 and the exit of 4, whatever it's, the snail. Yeah. I'm just going to call it the snail.
Yeah.
But before the race kicks off, who do you reckon's going to win? What is your top 3 predictions?
Obviously, I feel like Malvin... If Malvin doesn't get a podium, I'll be disappointed in the man. Obviously, I feel like probably the podium is going to be like Malvin, AJ, either Hoffendorbach or Jones third. So...
If Malvin gets on the podium, I am calling for his head to go into EU1.
Yeah, but we don't know. We'll have to wait to see as the lights are on here. 4, 5 lights are on. And away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. It looks like it's a decent start here from AJ, as he's already alongside Malvin. So it looks like Malvin again having a bad start, but this time him and AJ are on the same tyres. So him having a bad start, just like in EU2 yesterday. Obviously, his race went to blows here at turn 3 last time. And again, it's the same issue. Man just got no heat in those tyres, and he's already lost 3 places. He's down to 4th now. He's side by side with Jones as he's trying to track on the outside. And Hacker's also making his way past the kicks. The kicks. Cornish Cook started 4th, he's now dropped down to 6th. And AJ already has a massive lead at the front there. As Don Ammo has had a spin, and so is Brooksy apparently.
Brooksy had one on. I don't know if it was contact or spin, but he was on the gravel. Excuse me.
What's happened to
He
Matty
went through
Robbo?
gravel at the end of the snail.
What's happened to Matty Robbo? He's dropped down to 13th. Pablo's not even here to jinx him, and and Matty Robbo's already stuffed.
Right, one quick thing though. Only 2 people are running the hard tyre, and you've got Huff and Dovac, who's running those mediums, and Ty Clear, who's also running the mediums. And I'm pretty sure I said 2 people are running the hards, but I meant
Yes, you
mediums.
did. Yes.
I meant the mediums.
So we got 2 medium runners. This is interesting. Obviously in EU3, the grid was more on mediums than hards. In EU2 yesterday, the entire field was split, literally split 50-50 on the starting time. And then today for EU1, everyone's opting for the hards, which is obviously, it is ball from Ty Clear and Hoff and Doback. Obviously, Hoff and Doback will have to try and get ahead of AJ as fast as possible so he can pretty much break away. But I think it might be difficult. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, as you see, Cornish Cook trying to have a look at Hacker's rear end, but did not fancy the dive into 6. So he's going to just get behind. Oh. Hopefully Hacker will somehow hack his way in top 3.
I think around the outside of Hasmania through that long left-hander in sector 2. I think it's turn 7.
Yep, and he's got the place.
Now he's chasing back the pack of Lanky One.
Yep. Got 2 seconds to catch on. Already Corey Brooks is already... He was 2 seconds behind. He's already caught up to the back of these guys. We'll have to see what the man in the V-cab can do. Obviously, he'll probably try and wait until the long straight here to try and get the place. Obviously, I would assume AJ might lose
DRS now
the lead.
activated.
Yep, DRS now enabled. So we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, at the front here, it looks like Connor... Right, looks like Hoff and Dower's going to go for the move on the inside of AJ into the final... Sorry, into turn 14. And gets the move done. And, oh dear, Hoff and Dower off! Oh, and so is AJ! But AJ's out! And the virtual safety car deployed! Hoff and Doback and AJ come to contact, and that is AJ's race out of the window. Obviously, Hoff and Doback will have to pit for wing damage. Hoff and Doback pitted for wing damage. I would assume Matty Roberts probably pitted as well for wing damage. But
Matty hasn't got front wing damage. Oh no,
yeah,
he does.
Yeah, Matty does have front wing damage, so that is not going to help him. And obviously, Hoff and Doback also retiring from this race. So that is a real... Wow. Okay, so I jinxed these guys with a safety car. So that is unfortunate.
Problem is now for Matty, he won't have a fresh set of hards.
To be fair, he's only been on those hard tyres for about 2 laps, so realistically those hard tyres are still fine. But I would assume that he'll probably be back in to the pits later in the race, obviously, to get those mediums off and go back to his hards.
Around lap. Matty will pit around lap 10. No, 10, 14.
Probably about 14. AJ's appeared in chat. It's been nice knowing you. That's absolutely disgusting. Oh dear, what happened,
What
AJ?
happened?
What happened, AJ? Was it some tyre hooking? I'd assume it's tyre hooking. And obviously both you and Hoff and Doback into the wall. Obviously your front tyre came absolutely clean off. Anyway, Alvin and Jones here have actually broken away from Hacko. Obviously Hacko is going to be followed by the kicks, and they have broken away from Ty Clear.
That follow is Brooksy's charge through the pack.
Yep,
Brooksy is a quick driver.
He is.
And we all know that for a fact. But
yep.
How would he... Isn't this his first EU1 race this season?
Nope, it is actually his second. He raced last week when you was not here, when you were on holiday.
Yes, I was in the lovely Netherlands.
Oh dear. AJ has now replied to say, he overtook me going into the corner, I did the switchback, and he spun himself and collected me. Oh dear. So
that's unlucky.
That is very unfortunate. Yeah, so just driver error, then on Hoffendoe back, and then obviously collects AJ and absolutely murders the Red Bull. So that is going to hurt AJ's points. So I assume in AJ is.
Tasmania's spanner towards the back.
Yep, I can see
Sorry to
that.
cut you off.
Yep, I see that. If I'm not mistaken, AJ is currently third in driver standings. Would have liked to keep ahead of. I do believe Hacko he's fighting with for third, but that's not going to happen today. Obviously, Malvin here is looking to try and pull a word. Pull away here from Jones. Obviously, Jones.
Jones isn't really gaining.
Yeah, obviously Jones you should stay within the DRS. Obviously, his teammate behind him is almost caught into it. With
Bad
this,
for drivers like Brooksy and Hasmania and Matty. They've got to try and catch up to cars ahead. With Hasmania's got front wing damage. He's clipped the rear end of the Red Bull of Don Ammo, but
oh dear.
also is that the fact that they won't be able. Hasmania's in the pits. Oh, it's Hamilton! He's hit the wall.
Oh dear, has he lost his entire front wing?
No, it's just an end plate. It was his left side, so he locked up his front left going into the pit lane, smacked the wall.
Lost both end
Yeah,
plates.
and lost the other end plate on the way in.
Oh dear, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so AJ is now saying he's third in the champ in the ship. And if you got the win, you could have taken some massive points out of Jones and Craggy. Obviously, Craggy not racing today, so we have no idea what the McLaren man is. He was a few points ahead of Jones after last week, I think. Yeah, and now obviously Jones is on for a lot of points. Also, Hacker was actually caught into the DRS of his teammate.
All of them have now. It's a one massive train.
And Rosa Sky's also done the same thing into his own teammate. So we've got a nice 5-car train here. Obviously, Ty Clear and is about 1.5 seconds behind these guys. Obviously, Skinner about a second off of Ty Clear, but he's got Lanky and Griffin for company. And now obviously we've got Corey Brooks sat in a lonely P10. Obviously, not really gaining on the drivers ahead, not that much. Obviously, Hacko moving to the side there, trying to break the toe from Cornish Cup for some reason. I don't think that's necessary. Obviously, Jones is bided in his time to go to figure out a way past Malvin. Obviously, it just doesn't seem to be much action here between the top lot. Obviously, the top 5 are here just happily, freely following each other. Like, Skinner is getting close to the back of Ty Clear. Obviously, Ty Clear is like 2 seconds off the back of the front 5. I think he's made a small mistake somewhere, so he's lost a bit of time. So, Skinner in the Alpine will try to look to catch up. Obviously, his teammate Griffin is somehow dropped off the back of the lanky one. Not good. And we've got a swap of position between the... Oh, no, never mind. No. We've had Cornish Cook with a small spin out of turn 10 there. So that is not good for Cornish as he's dropped down the field, and this has actually dropped his teammate out of DRS at the front lot. So that is a unfortunate mistake there from Cornish Cook. Obviously he's dropped right back behind Skinner and behind the lanky one. The lanky is right on his rear diffuser. We'll also see if the lanky one goes for the move on the brakes. I think he's going to it down to the inside. Nope, chooses not to in the end.
Point. Brooksy has gained about 5 temps on Griffin. So Griffin must be struggling on his hard tyres either with well, I'd hope not overheating, but maybe in fact he can't get them warm enough. But it's also showing at the fact how drivers in the DRS are pulling away so easily compared to drivers that don't have anyone for the DRS. They make up all the time in that twisty turning roller coaster of a middle sector.
Yep.
And just lose it all on that back straight.
Yep. Obviously as well, while Charlie was talking, Lanky one did try to make a move up the inside. Oh, nope. I thought he was going to go for up the inside of turn 6 here on the Cornish, but Cornish just not defending it really. AJ saying check EU1 chat to see the clip. Yeah, we will check it after stream. To be fair, I can check it on my phone to be fair. but I don't want to miss any of the action. Obviously as well, one thing as well here, if you're out of the DRS, you will start to lag behind, and that is what has happened to Sky. The man has now dropped a full second off the back of Malvin and the Williams duo. Obviously right now the Williams are both on for double podiums right now.
Ooh.
But we're keeping on board.
That's a bit odd.
How have you watched the clip?
Yeah, it's so Huff and Doback goes
Tried to put in
inside.
McConaughey Cook down the inside of Skinner at the turn 14, and looks like he's got the moves done on the brakes. McConaughey upper place into P6. Good move there by the Kick-Sauber. Will now to try and catch up to Ty Clear ahead in P5. Obviously, he wants to try and catch up best he can. Obviously, he's still battling with Skinner and Lanky. Obviously, yeah. Well, you know what? It'll take 2 seconds to have a look at the clip, so I want to have a look at the clip now.
I'll give it a little explanation quickly whilst there's not too much interaction going on. Going through the hairpin, Huff and Doback's gone up the inside, a proper sent one. He's got the car perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden his rear has just gone nope. As I was saying that, Lanky has shot one up the inside of Skinner, and Skinner's going for a switchback. Now Skinner trying to go round the outside on the killer turn 7. Backs out, he's still there. They're going side by side through 8.
Yeah, I'm right on board
Lanky
here.
keeps it for 9.
Yep, right on board here with Griffin, who's just sat behind these two. Oh, as Griffin's made a mistake out of turn 10. So that's not going to help him. And Charlie, don't look at chat. Someone's appeared.
Piney, go away. Not Piney. Pablo, go away.
Oh, we have a change of lead for once. Jones up into the lead, but has gone deep at the hairpin. So Malvin's just gone flying back through. But the side by side, and Jones goes back ahead. And Jones actually ahead of Malvin, but obviously now Malvin will have a chance to go back ahead before turn 1. Will he try to go for the move? Nope, he does not think about it. But he might try and go around the outside. Nope, way too close. Oh, but he's whacked the back of him and gone a bit deep, so Hacker's now going to have a little sniff up his rear. Yeah, so Pablo, Matty was doing good in qualifying. He qualified like P7, but then got picked up damage on the first lap, and so he had to. Well, sorry, on the second
lap 2 going on lap 3.
So he pit. So Jones now up into the lead here. Obviously now Cornish Cook is caught up to the back of Tycler. Obviously the front three here have broken away from Sky.
Brooksy is slowly, also to do with like the low end of the pack, Brooksy is slowly gaining on Griffin. Don Ammo is gaining on Brooksy, and Matty, who was 19 seconds coming out of the pit lane behind Don Ammo, Brooksy, all of that lot, he has now chopped that down to 8.5 seconds behind Don Ammo.
Yep, AJ now sitting
Matty,
in
put the foot down, you're getting points.
Yep, AJ saying now, lucky Williams today, no competition. Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, don't diss Melvin like that, he's a bit of competition.
Yep, well anyway, Cornish Cook has finally got past Tycler, and Skinner is going down the inside of the lanky one at turn 14. Obviously, Cornish Cook getting the move done, but Skinner couldn't quite get past the lanky one on this occasion. As Hacker has now finally passed Melvin. Oh, because Melvin's gone really deep and off the track. Oh, I've completely missed that. So Melvin's now outside the DRS of the Williams boys, but if he's got enough battery, he should easily catch up in this twisty section. We'll have to see.
We could also see from the Williams as well,
yep.
A little bit of DRS chicken.
Yeah, but I doubt it.
Well, AJ,
Jones and Hacker will be in a call with each other, so they will not do games like that.
AJ, seeing as Melvin qualified pole, he is a bit of a threat.
Yeah, but he's not really in the same championship as EU1.
No, he's not in a championship fight, but he is also a threat to the Williams to not score max points. Speaking of, he is in the DRS.
Yep, I did say he's
So,
burning
AJ,
his battery.
see it as
Is this
see it
just... Yes,
as
it is. It is Pablo.
he
It
can
is
help.
the same. It is the same. Melvin. Melvin is the EU2 Championship leader, and right now he's
Oh,
fighting with the Williams for a podium. And what's that ooh about?
he almost span. He was facing a wall when saved it, and a little bit of brown stuff came out for Matty.
Oh
He
really?
got a little heart attack. No, not literally. I'm being rhetorical or whatever. Sarcastic. That's the word.
Oh, Tyclate into the pits. Obviously he's on the mediums, so that will explain why he is into the box. Obviously the rest of the field are on the hard tyres, unless you are Matty Rubber and Hasmania. You've had to pit for wing damage. So expect them back in the pits shortly to go back onto the hards, I would assume. As Malvin now right up the diffuser of Hacko. As at the minute, nobody's picked up 3 seconds for track limits yet.
It's kind of hard to get track limits on a track where the only real place to get a warning is the final corner and the pit entry.
Yep, pit entry, final corner, and this corner here, turn 10. I've seen people run very wide to pick up track limit warnings there too. So, you never know. So, we'll have to check those track limit warnings. Oh!
Oh, there is one! Brooksy, you are washed.
Brooksy. As I'm saying, no one's got 3 seconds yet. Brooksy has to run. God damn. Oh, he's having some issues though. He's sliding at the last.
Yeah.
He's sliding out of turn 13.
Well, one thing I can say with Brooksy, this man ribs me every time I either bottle it from a win through track limits, aka Qatar, or I just get track limits in general. So Brooksy, my friend, keep it within the white lines and sort your tyres out.
Yeah. So Brooksy's struggling with hard tyres, which is shocking after 12 laps. Obviously, it could be a setup issue. We'll see. I'm pretty sure.
Could be a driver issue as well.
Oh, that's a bit of a slide there from Malvin out of turn 4. That is not good. Pablo in chat saying, "Oh, you are the bigger jinxers than me." No, we're not. You're the biggest.
No.
You're the biggest Mercedes jinxer, and you know it.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Like, you jinx the Mercedes drivers harder than the commentators curse, and the commentators curse is not a real thing.
It is. Let's be real. It was proven last lap.
It was also proven
It's been proven.
You also chat limits and Brooksy gets it 1 second. Like, yes, we know Pablo. I was not expecting it to happen. It's just.
Of all people, Brooksy as well.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it to be Brooksy.
In all fairness, I was actually expecting it to be Tycler or maybe
Tasmania's round.
Oh, Hackers finally had enough of his teammate and said, "I'm gonna need a lead for a bit." Yeah, Tasmania's race is going from bad to worse. I expect Tasmania to be back into the pits, as we just blame Pablo in the chat for the Mercedes spinning. As Skinner is passing the lanky one. Looks like he's on the brakes into the last corner, but obviously Jones now back ahead of Hacker, so Jones didn't stay behind his teammate for long. Commentators need to stop your cursing the grid, says Bad. I doubt it. Oh, looks like Lanky's got back past Skinner. Skinner trying to send up the... Oh, Skinner's also got wing damage. Didn't even notice that.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I
has.
did not know. I've mostly been...
He's missing an end plate. I'll explain why Lanky's got back past.
I've mostly been following towards the bottom end of the grid and Bully and Corey Brooks. But also as well, it is surprising.
What's happening to Skinner? Oh, Skinner off the road.
Dropped it.
Oh dear, that is
Could
not
be
good. He has
contact,
dropped
maybe,
it.
potentially.
And there's a Corey Brooks behind him now.
Yes.
Pablo in chat saying, I hope Malvin wins the race, guys. Now you probably jinxed him. Also, Jones has broken away from Hacko.
Oh my, he has.
What?
Hacko had a mistake.
Hacko's made a mistake somewhere and his team has broken DRS from him. What?
maybe the drivers could also be just overdriving the car, tyres and setup, causing traction issues. It's just mostly being impatient. We saw that with, I'm gonna,
Say
Harley
yourself.
knows what I'm on about.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
myself, even though
Charlie.
I feel like
Charlie
I
yesterday was a
wasn't, but it is
little
a
bit
thing.
impatient sometimes. Yep. Oh, I've
One time.
I've missed a Corey Brooks overtake. Damn, dag nabbit. Oh, but he's struggling. He's massively struggling though with those tires. Why is he? How is he struggling so hard? Oh, Skinner off the road. What's he got? Skinner
Quite
will
clear,
probably
getting past
go.
Matty Robbo on the fresher rubber.
Yeah.
Brooksy, Skinner going wide. I was watching that through the stream, so it's a bit delayed. But mostly towards the back of the pack. Other than Brooksy and Skinner, it's all anti-clear.
Oh, there we go.
Tasmania 3-second warning.
Yep.
Got that on the exit onto the back straight.
Yep, that's another
That
place you
was
can get it on the exit of 13. There's also another place where you can pick up track limits, just gone a little bit wide. Obviously, Brooksy is staying ahead of Skinner. But yeah,
so far Brooksy would only drop to P9 with the track limits.
yeah, but somehow Jones has broken a second to his teammate. Teammate again, not in DRS, so his teammate's going to be under pressure again from Malvin. So again, Akko's got no DRS to save himself, and Tasmania's done a respectable thing. He's had a torrid race, coming to the pits and has retired out of the session. So that is unfortunate. Now we're down to just one Mercedes left, and if I remember what Matty said yesterday, he said to me in comms booth, he will never not finish a race. So he'll always finish. If he can.
Has a better heart and head than I do.
Yeah.
And most of the Mercedes drivers do.
Well, it also comes because also Sid retired on the last lap at EU2 yesterday.
Actually.
Yep, he did. Anyway.
What, crash, or did he just...
Nope, he came in, he just went to the pits, retired. Oh, Skinner coming to the pits, but there's no brakes. So...
Hacko,
and Hacko and Russell Sky are also into the
Skinner,
pits.
Donamo. I wouldn't be surprised if Matty's staying out.
Yeah, well, Matty should have come in, I would have thought, but nope, man stays out for another lap. He is on the medium, so I expect him to... Oh, he's going to come out with Russell Sky here. I'll see Russell Sky on the brand new rubber.
If Melvin and PW Jones were to pit now, they would come out, both of them would come out ahead of Hacko.
Yep,
it is a 21-second pit time loss.
Yep, so they'll come out behind Hacko. Sorry, ahead of Hacko.
They might even jump Brooksy.
Yeah, they could.
If Brooksy holds up Hacko enough, they could jump both of them, and then that would be clean air for the both of them.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Hacko and Russell Sky pitted in the lap 14, which I think is way too early for a pit stop. If you go from hard
Mediums
to
will
medium,
not make it 30. Mediums barely make it 12 laps.
Yeah.
I found a lot of the EU2 drivers found out the hard way last night.
Jones and Malvin are both in on the end of lap 15, so they'll have to do
The response stop.
Yeah, this is responsible to Hacko. Obviously, they will be. I assume Cornish is in as well. Yep, he will be in as well. I assume Lanky's also in. Yep, Lanky's in because Griffin stays out. Griffin will basically then be the race leader for a bit, and that was
He's in the box.
Yeah, that was a Brooksy flying through at the background. So, yep. Obviously, we're gonna keep on board here with Hacko. Will he jump his teammate? He does! Undercut is powerful.
Ooh.
He's actually jumped his teammate and Malvin hitting a lap earlier, but his tyres will die a lap earlier. Also, as well.
Also being up to temperature 1 lap earlier, allowing for him to potentially break that DRS with it, whilst the other 2 drivers are trying to get their tyres up to temperature without killing them off too much. Also, Matty, due to all the pit stops, has snuck up into P7, but it will not last very long.
He will drop to the back, so he's got to pit again. Like, how long has he been on those mediums right now? 13 laps.
13 laps.
So to be fair, he could pit to another set of mediums now at this point. He could go on to another set of mediums.
If he didn't use the set... Oh, Matty, what a save.
Little slide there. What a save that is. Obviously, he will have to jump back to mediums.
He's done that twice now.
But the thing is, though, he will drop behind Don Ammo by about 4 seconds.
That is a big improvement of what he was behind originally.
Yep. Obviously, I assume Griffin will be in this lap. Yep, he is in.
He would be 3 seconds behind Don Ammo if everything went well in the stop.
Yep. Griffin's going to probably drop down to probably behind Corey Brooks. Obviously, Hacker just get
fastest. Was a Sky fastest lap.
Was a Sky fastest man on track right now, and they're on P4. They're in P4. So, but they are 7 seconds behind. Oh, Skinner
33.8. We're setting quali laps in racing. Matty's in the box to see where he comes out. Brooksy going ahead. Don Ammo flying ahead. So what it turns out, what we thought was going to be a lot closer than it actually was, it's not going to be.
Oh,
it's going to be
Malvin
a lot.
And Hacko side by side here as we come into turn 7. And they're going to be side by side again here for turn 8. No, they're not. Malvin smartly backing out. Oh, but I think he just clattered the back of Hacko as we come into a double right here of 9 and 10. So Malvin looked a bit racy there, trying to get ahead, but does not get ahead. That is unfortunate. Obviously, Matty Robbo's coming back out the pits. 11 seconds behind Don Ammo. That is a massive gap. But
Cornish Cuck. Now, Lanky could be making a move for Cornish Cuck on the back straight. Only 6 tenths behind going through the second snail. It could be if he keeps the line right, keeps the tyres grooved in.
Yep.
Stays within that slipstream of that.
Oh, what's going on up here?
Sauber.
I was saying, we're getting some moves up the front, at the front here. The Williams are at civil war with each other with Malvin. Like, come on, boys, you got to keep it clean, otherwise we're gonna have some issues here. Like, you don't want Rosa Sky catching you up. Obviously, as well, Ty Claire's are still ahead of the Cornish Cup. Obviously, Ty Claire is on the hards compared to Cornish Cup mediums, so Cornish will probably catch her rather quick. So.
Also, a little bit of league racing news for drivers with a certain number next season.
Oh.
If you race with the number 5, and I can't remember what the other drivers were, I just remember number 5. If you race with the number 5, you will be changing your number next season, as Gabriel Bortoletto has decided to be a person who wanted to be annoying and pick for number 5. Bortoletto, thanks for running that number for me.
Destructo
I
in
am
chat. There's gonna need some Williams magic to keep championship. Yeah. Well, currently Jones is in second, so that's gonna be a big chunk of points for him over his championship rival. Well, we'll have to see if anything changes.
I just realised there's not even a single McLaren in the race. There's no Cooper fan. Obviously, Craigie just decided to go AWOL.
To be
So
fair,
if Williams keep the
Cooper has a reason not to be here. He's got exams, so he's got.
Yes.
Cooper has a fair and valid reason for not racing. That man is focusing on schoolwork, so. But expect him to be probably at every race in next season. In season 16 or 15.
That will be quite a fun one to watch. Alpine of Skinner going really wide. Now the Griffin is going to be following, and Brooksy is only just behind.
Oh,
Don Ammo is within that 3 seconds.
Oh, they've done the switcheroo. The Alpines. Obviously, Skinner never repaired that wing damage.
Ooh, he has not. Maybe it's not affecting him too much.
Maybe it's not.
Matty Robbo, that is beautiful to see.
Yep.
Keep that like that.
He might be at the back of the pack, but man is still doing stuff. He's taken fastest lap away from, I do believe it was Skinner with the current fastest lap until that point, was it? Yes, it was.
Is that way I can clip that?
Yeah, Skinner had the fastest lap beforehand with a 33.8. Yeah, but it's now gone to Matty Robbo with 33.32. Very nice, Matty Robbo.
That is going into the end of season highlights that I am in the production of making for all of the European tiers.
Oh, well, Hacko here getting double overtaken by his own teammate and Malvin. But Malvin tried to get up inside of Jones as well. Obviously, Jones will want to try and win the race so he could take the championship lead after this race. Obviously, with Craggy not racing. So, also we've got the Alpine conditions at 14. And for some reason, I cannot stop yawning. I do apologize. I should not be yawning. This is entertaining. Oh, that's huge! Malvin picks up 3. But I think that was him being forced into the mistake, into the 3 seconds by Hacko. So that is real big for Malvin. But even if he gets into the lead, if he can't gap the Williams by 3 seconds, then it is a Williams 1-2. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've seen a 1-2 yet in EU1.
Yeah, we have.
Or have we?
I'm pretty sure both the Williams and the Haas and the McLarens have done it.
Did the McLarens do it? Did the McLarens do it, what, when Cooper won?
No, didn't do it in Portugal.
Okay, I'm not. Yeah! Get, hooped on.
Protein, another one!
Get stuffed, Pablo. You said you wanted Malvin to win. He's just picked up 3 seconds. He's not going to win now. Pablo, that's your fault. You jinxed Malvin. Pablo doesn't only jinx a Mercedes anymore. He's jinxed a V-carb. Like, come on, Pablo, stop jinxing everyone.
14 and 13, the man jinxed me was I was in AlphaTauri and V-carb.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, obviously Corey Brooks picked up another 3-second time penalty. So man is struggling. Oh, Malvin with a bit of a late dive bomb here on Jones. And now they're going to be side by side for turn 7, but now smartly backed out of it. And he's just hit. I'm pretty sure he just whacked the back end as well there of Jones. So that's not good.
He is pushing those Williams around at this state, isn't he?
Yep, he is. Obvious as well with Hacko and Jones. I'm just now debating which way round will they finish. Will Hacko let his teammate take the win because he's in a championship fight with Craggy?
If I was Hacko, I would do that. But the gap is so close between Matty, I keep saying Matty, between Malvin and them two. It's going to be close to be able to pull that off.
Oh, Malvin again trying to go up the inside of the Williams, but doesn't quite get it. So again, Malvin is just absolutely pushing these Williams to the limit.
Hacko's on 2 warnings. Hacko's 1 warning away from getting a penalty.
Ooh, go on, have a look at Jones then while you're at it.
He hasn't got any.
Oh, Jones hasn't got a single warning? Damn.
No, sorry, he's got 1. It's skipped over me.
You lied to me. How dare you lie to me?
Sorry, I was looking for the Welsh flag and I couldn't find it, alright?
Okay. Obviously as well, we've got Cornish Cook, obviously. Cornish is running on a lonely P4 right now. But to be fair, this is a good improvement. Obviously, the last couple of weeks, Cornishes have been having connection issues. So this P4 will be a nice finish for him. And obviously, his teammate just behind, fighting with Lanky One. Obviously, where did Lanky finish last night? I'm trying to remember. Where was it?
The standings did just get released. So I can have a look for you.
Yeah, because obviously Lanky's running in P6 right now. With obviously, I assume no warnings. Because
Lanky finished P5.
Oh, so okay. So if he gets ahead of Cornish Cook, he'll match his best result from EU2 last night. Obviously, Tyre Clare is struggling. Obviously, being on the hards on opposite tyre, but those hards will start.
PW Jones going for the move on Hacko. Is Melvin going to go for it on Hacko as well? He is going for it on Hacko. Down the inside.
He's cut the corner. That's another warning. That will be another warning and probably illegal overtake as well.
Extremely cut. You
No,
can cut
no,
that
you can't.
hairpin, or is that like a proper
You
cut?
can cut that corner, but not that much. Surely he's got a legal overtake.
He's
So,
given the place back.
say, I think
He
if
did
it,
get a warning. But he's one. He is he what? No, he's 2 warnings away from getting a 6-second time penalty.
yeah. So yeah, if you got a warning for it, then yeah, he overtook Haku illegally and only just managed to give it back in time. Because I do believe when you make illegal overtakes, you got like 15 seconds to give it back. And I think by the end of the pit straight, I think he just did it in time. Obviously, again, he's trying to go down the inside of Hako. So Malvin here trying to get past both Williams here, but just struggling to even mount an attack on these guys. Obviously, as well, Hako's got 1 lap older tyres. We're on lap 23 of 28. So these medium tyres are gonna be struggling. Obviously, as well, Mighty Robo's like, I'm gonna just talk about Mighty Robo for a second. Because he obviously a couple of laps ago he was about 10 seconds behind Don Ammo, and he's brought down to 8.3. So he's taken a lot of time out of Don Ammo. I do believe because he's been on
In
those
6
tyres.
laps, he has, yeah.
Yeah, he's been on those tyres 2 laps less than Don Ammo, so that explains why he's catching. Also, as well, if he catches Don Ammo enough, he'll actually could possibly jump Brooksy as well. Because Corey Brooks with 6 seconds of pens, he's going to drop out the points.
All he needs to do is drop
Yep.
2.4 seconds to Brooksy.
Oh, Cornish and Lanky here fighting still over P5. Trying to catch Cornish's teammate and looks... Ooh, thought they were going to go side by side there at the last corner, but no, they're not.
Oh, Melvin's almost dropped it through turn 2. Hako's cut the corner of turn 2, but didn't get a warning. Very lucky man.
Yeah. Lanky gone up the inside again of Cornish Cook. As Corey Brooks is into the pits, 10 seconds to speed in,
yeah.
and he's retired for the session.
He's washed. Melvin went right. He did a Danny Rick-esque move on Hako.
Yep,
But instead of going up the inside, he went around the outside. What an incredible move. That is some big balls right there.
Yeah, and this is where I'm going to be like, Brooksy, why? Bro, just finish the race, you freaking donut. Like...
Hang on. Brooksy, you can no longer say anything about me with track limits and sit for retiring. You've just done both of those things.
Oh dear.
It sounds like I've got a vendetta against Brooksy. I really don't.
It does. Please stop.
I really don't. I love the man, but I want to rib him so much for the amount of annoyance he gives me.
Oh! Hako very late! Hako's trying to send it very late on Malvin there. That is not how you do an overtake, sir. Like, I get you're probably pissed at Malvin for the move he did at you at turn 6, but that is not how you try to do an overtake. That could have ended your race, sir. Like, come on, Hako. That could have ended your race, a reckless move like that. Like, you and Jones have got easily an easy 1-2 here. Just don't do anything stupid and you just get a 1-2. Just don't be stupid. That's all you have to do. Just...
I want to say, if you look at the track map, there is nearly the full start finish straight and more. That is how big the gap is between them.
Between who?
Between the top 3 and Rosa Sky.
Yep. The gap is 11.5 seconds. So
I want to see down that kilometre-long straight on how far that gap actually is.
Like, first you'll see them in the background. But yeah, the front 3 here have really bolted away.
Well, it's just they're all training off each other, aren't they? It's not.
Yeah.
Although it's been PW Jones in the lead for the same lap.
There we go.
Same few laps.
I've got the right camera angle. So they're coming down to the braking zone now, and there is Rosa Sky in the background.
Oh my lord!
With Cornish and Lanky. So Cornish
That's
is
nearly
actually
the whole straight.
Yeah, nearly. That's how big a 12-second gap is.
If you never knew how big a 12-second gap looked like, now you do.
Yeah, pretty much a full straight as Griffin has gone past Highclere. So obviously Tyclair has dropped back. He's also in a battle with Skinner as well. They're fighting what is over P7. Obviously, Don Ammo's not catching him up, and obviously Mighty Rob has 3 laps to try and catch 7 seconds, but I don't think he's gonna do it. As
He
Tyclair's
just cut the whole of the middle sector.
Yeah. We got Griffin
Turnbull's off for
and
the last 2 laps.
we got Griffin and Tyclair here fighting over P7, but Griffin's also picked up wing damage now
Skinner's
too.
getting into the mix.
Yep, and Skinner's getting involved as well. Obviously,
Maybe the wing damage ain't that bad for the drivers.
Obviously, as well, Tyclair is
Going around the outside.
Yep, Skinner trying to go around the outside of Tyclair, which will then become the inside line for the next corner, as we've got a lovely helicopter shot here. And there we go, Skinner gets the move done. The man doesn't seem to be struggling too hard with that wing damage. But it is on the left
it's
side.
showing a little bit. It shows a little bit, but
yeah,
that they both have wing damage going wider than Tyclair. But it also looks like they're just rapid. Look at the gap that they pulled on the exit, and look, that helicopter cam was going on for so long, and it was just getting more
hello, what's
and more
happening?
beautiful
Russell
the whole
Sky's
time.
made a mistake somehow. His teammate's back in DRS of the Lanky one, and obviously Lanky's in DRS. I wonder if Russell Sky's actually slowed down to help his teammate out here in these last couple laps.
Great teamwork.
We have just started the penultimate lap with the front 3 already on already just starting, as we've got Cornish and Rosa here just about to start the fight, the second to last lap. So I think Russell Sky's probably done a respectable thing to help his teammate to try and defend from the Lanky one.
The more points to the team, the better than just having one driver score more points and the other one be a place in between.
Yeah, obviously.
But also, Brooksy out of DRS all race, gain all in sector 2 just to lose it all back in sector 3. Cyclier, 3 seconds, cut the full corner.
And this is where I'd be like, just don't be slow in the last sector then, bro.
Yeah, true, you could say that. Also, you've got to say it is a kilometre long straight with DRS going halfway through it. Not really a lot you can do. Just think about this, Brooksy. Yep. You did 24 laps of a race. AJ did 1.
Yep. Yep.
He didn't even get to finish lap 2.
Nope,
At least you've got to do some racing.
Yep, AJ and Hoffendorbach retired on the first lap due to AJ getting caught up by Hoffendorbach's collision. Obviously, Hoffendorbach lost the rear out of turn 14. That's what murdered AJ, and then Hoffendorbach, I assume out of respect, retired because I do believe he knew it was his mistake. And Hasmini retired halfway through after just having an abysmal run, and obviously the
Sky and Cornish Kirk have swapped.
Yep, they was done the old switcheroo.
Maybe Rosa Sky's struggling a bit.
I would not have thought so, but we'll have to see. Obviously here, the front 3 have just started the final lap. And so, unless Malvin gets past Jones here and gaps him by 3 seconds in this lap, which is probably not going to happen, it is definitely going to be a Williams 1-2 here.
Hacker could get a warning on this lap and get the penalty. There is always that factor.
But if I was Hacko, I would just play it safe and keep it in the white lines. Don't want to risk a penalty. Like, I would even, if I was him, I would even take it even more steadier on this lap.
You've got the time to drop roughly. You've got
pretty much.
You've got a 2.5 second buffer. Whether it means you lift off that little bit more through corners just to get that extra rotation.
Yep. Well, anyway,
do it.
These 3 are coming around turn 13 for the last time onto the big long straight here, and Jones somehow has carved a big gap, and Hacko is gonna try and make the move. We're going to board here with Malvin as Hacko is just trying to get down the inside. Oh, wheel touching there. But who's later on the break? It sounds like there was some lock-up contact being made between them as well. And they're still side by side as we're coming up to the last corner, but now Hacko's finally through. And Jones is going to come up to the line. He's slowed down quite a bit. Don't know if he was trying to let his teammate through, but Jones keeps the win by 0.071 of a second. And obviously now we've got Cornish coming out the last corner.
Past Griffin. They're going back at it. Sorry to interrupt you, Piney. Yep. But the 2 Alpines are fighting for 7th and 8th on the last lap. It doesn't make a difference to where they finish because of Ty Clear's penalty.
Yep, it
But
does
that
not.
was enjoyable to watch.
Yep. The Cornish takes P4, Rosasky P5, Lanky 6th, Griffin and Skinner in 7th and 8th. Donhammer goes up to 9th in the end, just getting it in of Ty Clear's 3-second warning, so Ty Clear will drop to 10th. And then obviously Matty Robbo, the last of the finishers, in P11.
And also, one thing, Matty got the fastest lap of the race, so congratulations to you, Mr. Matty Robbo.
But unfortunately, Matty finished outside the top 10, so he will not get a point.
Oh well, still nice to see that beautiful Mercedes logo.
Oh, yep, definitely. Obviously as well, so full classification then. PW Jones wins the race ahead of his teammate. Then Malvin in P3 due to the 3 seconds, but it didn't matter anyway, he finished P3 anyway. Then Cornish Cook finished 4th, Rosasky in 5th, then the Lanky won 6th, and then the 2 Alpines of Griffin and Skinner, then Don Amo in 9th, and then Ty Clear picking up the final point in 10th, and then obviously Matty Rubber, the last of the finishers in P11. And then the retirees, we had Corey Bucks retire on lap 22, I do believe, just because he gave up. Has been retired halfway through after having a few spins. And then we lost AJ and Hoff and Dobak on the second lap due to a crash between the pair of them. So that's been a very thoroughly enjoyable race. Obviously, I assume Hacko and Jones will probably want to do interviews because I know Malvin never does. So I'll ask them anyway. I'll ask them if they want to come in for interviews, but I'm not sure Malvin will because he never seems to do when he gets on the podium in EU2. So what do you think of that race then, Charlie?
It was enjoyable to see with obviously the mix of drivers all over the place, really. And obviously, having the EU2 Championship leader being in the top 3 and fighting very well as well. Obviously, a big shock coming from AJ. We're not expecting AJ to be in the wall facing the wrong way with no tyre at the hairpin on lap 2. But overall, I thought that was very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, well,
I think Piney has enjoyed that racing it. Not Piney, Lanky.
oh my god.
It's been a long day, alright.
Okay, well, send VC invites to Jones and Haku because they both said sure, why not? Let's get them in. We'll just wait a second, see if probably invite Malvin as well. We'll see if Malvin wants to join, but not sure he will. Never seems to. We'll give the man a minute or so, because obviously we are now gonna do some plug-in.
Need to do that quickly.
Yep. So right. So obviously, sorry. Are you gonna plug it or am I plugging it?
I'll plug it. I'll plug it real quick, and then I've got to shoot off because stuff's going down at the moment. So we've got the AM side, AM1 tonight at 9 PM EST for our friends over at the pond, where you'll see names like Pablo racing. So if one of you can go give him a curse from me, that'd be brilliant. You see a lot of great driving back at China again. So I think they've got a really close battle going on, so that'll be quite good to watch. And next week, starting Tuesday, 9 PM BST, you've got the Singapore Grand Prix led by EU3, following on to Wednesday with the EU2 and AM2 at 9 PM EST and BST. And also then next week you got EU1 and AM1.
Charlie, yeah, Malvin has not joined, so obviously you know what, for once. So yeah, we'll speak to Hacko then. So Hacko, get in P2 there. I was I'm just kind of curious because I want to hear from both of you. Jones, were you trying to give Hacko the win at the end? Because you kind of slowed down. Obviously, I assume both of you were in a call together, weren't you?
Yeah, we were trying to get Hacko P1 and me P2, because Hacko first couple of races of the season, Hacko should have probably won a couple, but he was taken out or someone bumped him to deny him the win. So he deserves the win, and we thought this was the opportunity to do it, and I just could not time it just right. There was a 0.3 of a second window, and I didn't want Malvern to jump me in case he gets us 3 seconds removed.
So he would not have. Charlie said in the race, Malvin actually picked up 4 track limit warnings. So unless he get, so I don't think he was gonna get them removed.
Nightmare.
But yeah, that was extremely nice of you to do. Obviously, as well, Hacko, how did that race feel for you then?
I mean, that was a great race. I enjoyed it. We were fighting since lap 4 or something.
Yep, you was.
So it was good fun. Melvin had great pace. I'm surprised. I'm surprised about that. But I mean, we played it quite well. I was in 2 warnings at the end. I was gonna drive with line on today, but I didn't, and I still got P2. So I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, pace seemed great. Jones found a really good setup at the end, just before the race. I think that helped quite a bit. But it was a good race. It was good fun, and yeah, Jones almost gave me the win.
Yeah. Obviously, that would have been nice of your teammate, but obviously, just want to ask Jones quickly. But why would you try and give you? Obviously, you wanted to give your teammate the win. Obviously, trying to be nice to your teammate. But you're in a championship fight. Why would you ruin it a little bit to give a win away?
Well, I don't know. It's nice racing with a really good teammate, and we've been driving together for a couple of seasons, and I think I get more enjoyment out of racing and scoring points as a team than I do as an individual driver. So, yeah, a championship win. I know the drivers win would be great, but I'd quite like a championship first. Constructors Championship. So, yeah, I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do.
I do believe you guys are in a championship ahead of the McLarens. Oh, was by a single point before this race, but obviously, the McLarens are not even didn't even race this week. So
yeah, we knew tonight. I don't know what happened to Craggy. I was expecting him to turn up tonight, but when he didn't, I thought, well, this is the week that we need to maximize everything.
yeah,
And we had such a good race. Me and Hacker were talking throughout, coordinating what we were doing. It was really good fun.
obviously, you two being in a call together obviously helped a lot, so you could keep in touch while you're racing. Obviously, you had to try and always keep ahead of Malvin because even though that man was he reserving in EU1, that EU2 driver is so damn fast. Can't deny that, can you?
No, I said in the call, Malvern was faster than we were, but it's only because we were working together. We were able to keep up with him. I think he used up all his ERS before the last couple of laps, so we knew at that point we could just try and manage it. At one point, we were thinking, should we let Malvin in front and we'll just follow him for the most of the race and try and take him on the last lap? But I'm glad we stuck it out and fought it now.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, this is going to be aimed toward. Obviously, going to ask Hacko here. You had a couple sketchy moments with Malvin as well, because we did catch a couple of those on stream where he kind of sent it up your inside. Also, did the same thing to Jones. Tried to do it to Jones, but obviously did not successful. Was it hard to defend from Malvin?
No, I mean, it was just hard racing. There was one moment I almost got taken out in the long left-hand or something in the middle sector, but I would assume he just got a snap of oversteer. It was good fun. We also had a tire locking moment that wasn't too great, but yeah, it was good good fun racing him. He's got great pace, so there's nothing to say.
Certainly has got some great pace. Obviously now on obviously congratulations to both of you getting a 1-2. I'm just gonna have a quick look, but I do. Is that maybe the second 1-2 you two guys have got this season, or is it the first? I'm not entirely sure. Look it up.
I can't remember having another one too.
No, I think it's the first one.
I'm just having a quick look. So now I know you've both got double podiums before. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we got a double podium in Japan, I think.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Japan.
Yep. No, it's actually the first 1-2 you guys have actually had all season. So that is good then. Obviously, big chunk of points as well. Obviously, I'm disappointed there was no Craggy today. I wanted to see some fighting between him and Jones again today. Obviously, that didn't happen.
And AJ as well. We saw him, involved in an incident
that's
early
a
on.
point. Yeah. Did either of you see what happened to AJ? Out of curiosity.
No, I just saw both cars going off the right-hand side of the track. It's a shame because AJ is normally right up there with us as well. It would have been a four-way fight, five-way with Craggy.
Yeah.
But it's all worked in our favour tonight.
Obviously, feel sorry for AJ. Got kind of taken out by, well, I should say, technically, well, I've seen the clip of him, and he actually got collected by Offendorbach, who spun out yeah, so that's what happened to him. So obviously now, we'll say thank you to Hacko and Jones for joining us for this interview, and congratulations on their first 1-2 this season. Obviously, there is 3 races left, so it could happen again. Yet you never know. So
we'll try.
They will try, yes. Obviously, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Alright, and now that will be end of stream now. Obviously, big thank you to the podium sitters for coming to the interviews, and big thank you to Charlie, my co-coms. Obviously, he had to shoot off for personal reasons, so we'll forgive him for that. So if you want to catch our American friends from across the pond, they'll be driving in about roughly 3.5 hours from now. And so that's that for AM1. And obviously, if to catch us next week for it will be the Singapore Grand Prix next week. Catch the EU3 racing, which I will be racing in, so you'll see me racing Tuesday next week, and then that will be with D Summers and Grelis, and there'll be EU2 on Wednesday with myself and Matty Robber for EU2, and then unfortunately I will not be around for EU1 Singapore because I am needed elsewhere for personal reasons next Thursday. So Charlie will be in a comms booth, and I am trying to figure out who will replace me for that week. I hope D Summers can. If he can't, I'll have to try and get somebody else to. So obviously the EU side will be racing at 9 PM British summertime. Obviously you got the Americans. They'll be running at 9 PM BST. Obviously from me and my co-coms, who's obviously disappeared, we thank you for watching the stream tonight, and we'll see you in a few hours for AM1. So adios.